Picture this: you're feeling shaky, weak, maybe even a little dizzy. You reach for something sweet, and within minutes, you start feeling better. Why does this happen? It all boils down to your blood sugar levels and two hormones that work quietly behind the scenes: insulin and glucagon. But what if they didn't work properly? The delicate balance between these two hormones is critical for our health, yet most of us don't realize how much we rely on it until something goes wrong. Blood sugar control isn't just for people with diabetes, it's for all of us. Whether you're eating, exercising, or even sleeping, your body is constantly working to keep your blood sugar at the right level. But why does this matter so much? And what happens if that balance is thrown off? Today, we're diving into how insulin and glucagon keep your blood sugar in check, what can go wrong, and how you can take control of your health by understanding the signals your body is sending you. The real problem. Let's face it, nobody enjoys worrying about their health. But imagine this: your blood sugar levels are fluctuating wildly, leaving you exhausted, constantly thirsty, or maybe even dizzy and confused. You might think, I just need more energy, or I'm just tired. But could it be something deeper? Blood sugar imbalance is a problem that sneaks up on you, and many people don't even know they're at risk. High blood sugar doesn't always come with obvious signs. It can quietly damage your organs over time, lead to weight gain, and even cause blurred vision. On the flip side, low blood sugar can make you feel anxious, sweaty, and shaky, like you're about to pass out. For people with diabetes, this balance is a daily struggle. But even if you don't have diabetes, understanding how your body uses insulin and glucagon can help you avoid future problems. And that's where this story begins. Insulin and glucagon, the balancing act. Your body is a well-oiled machine, and at the heart of it are two key players: insulin and glucagon. Think of them as the yin and yang of blood sugar control. Insulin works to lower blood sugar, while glucagon works to raise it. Together, they keep your blood sugar in a safe, steady range so your body can function at its best. When you eat, especially carbohydrates like bread, rice, or fruit, your body breaks them down into glucose, which is your main source of energy. But here's the thing: you don't use all that energy right away. Some of it gets stored in your liver as glycogen, and when your blood sugar drops later, glucagon steps in and tells your liver to release that stored energy back into your bloodstream. It's like having a backup battery that kicks in when your phone is about to die. Insulin, on the other hand, helps your cells use the glucose in your blood right after you eat. It's like a key that unlocks your cells, letting the glucose in so your body can use it as fuel. Without enough insulin, your cells can't absorb the glucose they need, and it stays in your bloodstream, causing high blood sugar. What happens when it goes wrong? Here's the scary part: when your blood sugar gets too high or too low, it can have serious consequences. High blood sugar, or hyperglycemia, can damage your heart, kidneys, and nerves. It can lead to fatigue, frequent infections, and slow wound healing. Over time, it may even increase your risk for blindness or heart disease. And it doesn't happen overnight. These problems build slowly, often without you even noticing. Low blood sugar, or hypoglycemia, can be just as dangerous, especially if it happens suddenly. You might feel faint, your heart may race, or you could experience confusion and anxiety. If left untreated, low blood sugar can cause seizures or even lead to unconsciousness. For people with diabetes, this can be a daily fear. What if they take too much insulin and their blood sugar drops dangerously low? But here's the silver lining: your body is constantly trying to maintain balance. And when things go off track, it sends you signals, like increased hunger, tiredness, or irritability. Recognizing these signs early can make all the difference. The role of insulin and glucagon as medications. For those with diabetes, sometimes the body's natural production of insulin just isn't enough. That's where prescription insulin comes in. People with type 1 diabetes, whose bodies can't produce insulin at all, need to take it regularly. For those with type 2 diabetes, insulin may be necessary if diet and exercise aren't enough to keep blood sugar levels in check. But insulin isn't something you just take and forget. The dose needs to be carefully adjusted to prevent swings in blood sugar levels. Take too much, and you could end up with dangerously low blood sugar. Take too little, and your blood sugar could skyrocket. It's a delicate balance that requires constant monitoring. Glucagon, on the other hand, is usually reserved for emergencies. When someone's blood sugar drops too low and they can't eat or drink to bring it back up, glucagon can be a lifesaver. It comes in injections or nasal sprays that work quickly to raise blood sugar levels. But again, it's not something to take lightly. It should only be used when absolutely necessary. Understanding diabetes and blood sugar imbalance. Now, let's talk about diabetes. There are two main types, type 1 and type 2. People with type 1 diabetes need to take insulin because their bodies can't produce it at all. Type 2 diabetes, on the other hand, is often managed with lifestyle changes like diet and exercise, but sometimes medication is needed when the body stops responding to insulin properly. But here's the important thing to know: blood sugar imbalance can happen to anyone, not just people with diabetes. Other conditions, like Cushing's syndrome, pancreatic problems, and even the use of certain medications like steroids, can also cause blood sugar to rise. And when it does, it can lead to a host of other issues: weight gain, headaches, frequent infections, and fatigue. The road to balance. The key takeaway here? Pay attention to your body. Blood sugar levels rise and fall throughout the day, but insulin and glucagon work together to keep them within a healthy range. When something feels off, whether you're constantly thirsty, tired, or just not feeling right, it might be your body's way of telling you that your blood sugar levels are out of balance. Staying active, eating a balanced diet, and recognizing the signs early can go a long way in preventing blood sugar problems. For those with diabetes, managing your insulin levels carefully is crucial. And for those without, it's about maintaining a healthy lifestyle that supports your body's natural ability to regulate blood sugar. Wrapping it up. At the end of the day, insulin and glucagon are the unsung heroes of our health. They work in the background to ensure we have enough energy to function, while protecting us from the dangers of extreme blood sugar levels. Whether you're managing diabetes or just trying to live a healthier life, understanding how these hormones work can empower you to make better choices for your health. Remember, when it comes to your body, knowledge is power. So, the next time you feel a little off, think about what's happening behind the scenes, because your blood sugar might be the key to unlocking better health. In closing, understanding the roles of insulin and glucagon is crucial not just for those with diabetes but for anyone who wants to maintain a healthy, balanced life. It's not about quick fixes or overnight changes. It's about being consistent in how you take care of your body and learning to listen to its signals. Stay informed, stay proactive, and you'll be one step closer to mastering the balance of your blood sugar and your health.